Saudi Cup and welcome to another MMA Monday here on the Funky Pod. It's Monday and you know what it means. In this week, we talk about two things, of course, UFC, yes, as always, but also, of course, the huge event from One Championship, 1X, the 10-year anniversary of One Championship, and that's, of course, also what we start with. That's the first week ever, probably also the only week in forever, in a little while, where we start with One Championship, actually. So, what happened at 1X, the big One Championship anniversary card? And let's just start, of course, from the top, because that's what we all want to know, of course. It was 3 parts. The first 2 parts of the big event were free to watch on YouTube. The third part, then the final 5 fights or so, were pay-per-view. It was pretty cheap here in Thailand, at least. It was like around 175 baht or so you can check out what this would be in your own currency. Of course, I bought it. Everybody bought it. I don't think many people bought it, to be honest. Even though Brandon Shop obviously tried to snitch on all the streams, I think there were still a few streams up where you could have watched it if you wouldn't want to have bought it, wouldn't have one. You know what I mean. So let's dive into it. Main event. Unstoppable Angela Lee coming back after 2 years abstinence due to having a baby. So congratulations on this, of course. The baby looks super cute, very fine. It was then with her in the octagon afterwards because she defeated Stamp Fairtex via submission, RNC. Second round, 4 minutes 50, 10 seconds to go in the second round. So close. In the beginning, Angela Lee didn't look great standing up, but she never really did, though, to be honest. But she didn't look great standing up. She went forward. She put on pressure, like tried to come with pressure from the get-go, backing step up a little bit, but didn't really land much. It took like a few moments and Stamp adjusted, and then like on the feet it was all Stamp. Stamp also then had her hurt quite bad. Like the middle of the second round, first round, you're like, oh, maybe like really body shots, like ripping to the body, to the liver, left hook to the liver, landed quite a lot, or at least left hook to the body. Then Angela Lee just held on for dear life, more or less, started to clinch, grapple, and that she was able to take her down was then just like really good for her, obviously. Stamp was defending the takedown quite well in the beginning, and then also she was defending everything on the ground like very well. Like this then was the story of the rest of the event, so to speak. Angela Lee just threw submission after submission at Stamp, and Stamp was defending very well. Made it out of the first round. Looked very composed, very calm. Second round, Angela Lee just shoots right away. Eventually gets Stamp down and just throw submission after submission at Stamp. Even hits a twister, and Stamp somehow stays in it, wiggles her way out like ridiculous, and then eventually 10 seconds before the round ends, succumbs to like RNC from the back, obviously. So I'm quite impressed with like how long Stamp was able to last with the submissions, that she was like able to endure all this, wiggle her way out and so on. So it was given that she's a Muay Thai fighter and hasn't had that much MMA training just yet. So respect. Respect to Angela Lee for coming back after 2 years. Going through adversity in the first round early on and then just playing her BJJ game, so it's the smart thing to do, obviously. So congratulations, Angela Lee. Yeah, so it had so if you're a Stamp fan, you're like, oh my god, Stamp's going to take it, and then Angela Lee, of course, took. So it was quite fine. I think it was interesting. The other big fight that people are looking for now, what's next? I mean, I don't know, Stamp gonna bounce back. Angela Lee told her afterwards you're gonna be the next champ. I think so too. I think 1 more year and then Stamp's gonna probably run the division. Angela Lee, I don't know who's next in line, because the others in the division didn't. I don't know, the ones I wanted to see facing Angela Lee, they didn't do that well in the division. More on this in a second. So let's see what's next for her. It's not that like she's been fighting a lot anyway, so maximum 2 fights a year, I guess. So let's see. Then we had that special rules fight, flyweight freestyle fight. That's how they build it. Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson versus Rodtang, the Iron Man. Chitmangnong, like Rodtang, the Muay Thai superstar. If you're not into Muay Thai, like he's right now the biggest Muay Thai draw, and just super famous for just his strength actually. First round Muay Thai, second round MMA, third round, we knew that's not going to happen. So first round Muay Thai, DJ came out to bang. I think Rodtang didn't expect that. Rodtang didn't look like he was taking it dead serious, but DJ came out and was just throwing bombs. I mean, it didn't look that great technically, but he was throwing stuff at Rodtang, and then Rodtang seemed a bit surprised. But then, of course, Rodtang had the power advantage and was like pressing forward and tried to get DJ out, but just DJ was moving very well, moving back and forth, so left, right, just circling around. So it was smart. So they made it out of the round one, and then you know what's going to happen in round two. Rodtang was super careful. Eventually, however, then Mighty Mouse was able to get him down, and then that's all she wrote at 2 minutes 13 of the second round. That was it. RNC for Mighty Mouse. Now what's next? I mean, stop doing those fights. They're fun like once now, but I mean, you don't need to see this more often. So, Mighty Mouse has to bounce back, get another win, and then get after Morales again. I think that's what we want to see. Rodtang back Muay Thai, of course. What else did we have? We had Flyweight World Championship. Adriano Moraes. He actually defeated Yuya Wakamatsu. That was a fun fight for as long as it lasted. Lasted for almost a whole of 3 rounds. And Wakamatsu relies on his power, right? So he was always looking for the power shot, but it was like a nice back and forth. Eventually, Wakamatsu actually took down Moraes. Wow, that's not what I expected. But then once it hit the ground, of course, Moraes was in his element and hit a guillotine choke in the end when Wakamatsu actually stepped forward and then tried to take him down, and then Moraes hit the guillotine. So congratulations to Moraes. That was smart. Still want to see the rematch with Demetrius Johnson, obviously. In lightweight, we had like a grudge match between Yoshihiro Sexy Akiyama versus Shinya Topikan Juran. I don't know how to pronounce the nickname. Shinya Aoki. And Shinya Aoki called out Akiyama before. I don't really know. Like, he never seemed that angry, but he's really angry. He really seemed to have hated Akiyama. And in the first round, Aoki just jumps on the back of Akiyama and just squeezes and punches and everything. Who the referee intervening? That referee, the Muhammad Salaman referee, had not his best day. Then also later, when in the fight between Wakamatsu, was it Wakamatsu and Moraes, where he gave him both a yellow card. They have 5 rounds to figure things out. Seriously, that was annoying. Anyways, here he was holding his hand over the head of Sexyama while Aoki was on his back, like a backpack, and punching from the back. He's like, "Don't hit the back." You tell him, but you can't just cover what the hell. That referee, man. Nevertheless, Sexyama survived the first round, and in the second round, then he just punched Aoki out. And Sexyama is 46, crazy. Aoki is 38 or something. But yeah, crazy. Sexyama takes the TKO at 150 of round 2. That didn't look nice. It didn't look good for Aoki. His stand-up just looked terrible. We should just do submission grappling matches now or something, because this was not good. Not good at all. Congratulations to Sexyama. Then the saddest part of the event, of course, lightweight Muay Thai fight between Eduardo Folayang and John Wayne Parr. And unfortunately, John Wayne Parr in the first 2 rounds moved his age and moved like a guy who had hip and knee replacement or whatever. He had all those things, right? So I'm a huge John Wayne Parr fan, as most of us are who are into Muay Thai or combat sports at some point. But that did not look good. That did not look good at all. And so Folayang takes the first round 10-9, the second round 10-8, because he got a standing count on John Wayne Parr. And it's in the third round, and then JWP, he just threw the caution to the wind and just went for flying knees and just moved forward, throwing hands. So at least he went like out in like a kind of like a blaze of glory kind of thing. But it was not enough. He didn't catch Folayang with anything. He had him rocked for a bit though with the flying knee and then a few follow-up punches. So he had him rocked, but he couldn't get him out. So yeah, it was a unanimous decision for Folayang. So a retirement fight for John Wayne Parr, didn't get his 100th win. Too bad, but I mean, he's the legend, of course, and everybody's like always have fond memories of John Wayne Parr. They then embraced later on. Yeah, it's just like it wasn't the highlight you wanted it to be. It wasn't the opponent you wanted, and no offense towards Edward Folayang, but it wasn't the opponent you wanted to see John Wayne Parr face. And yeah. But then again, the way he moved and everything, I mean, he made Folayang look fast. And when you look back at the past few Folayang fights, he did not look fast. So I don't know if the Dan Hardy fight would have gone any different, because Dan Hardy says he's super fit, but I mean, Dan Hardy says a lot. I don't know. Anyways, like huge respect, of course, to John Wayne Parr for everything that he accomplished, and he deserved like also the standing ovation, of course, in the end. So yeah. Congratulations, John Wayne Parr. I hope you come back to Thailand for a few seminars and so on. It would be cool. We also had featherweight kickboxing world championship where Superbon remains the champion. He defeated Mara Gregorian via UD, and it was a clear UD in my opinion. Superbon is just in a great spot right now. Can't argue anything. I think Superbon is doing like everything he's supposed to do right now. He's really good, and I can't wait to see him like back again, because he's just. I mean, he's the new Burkau, right? That's just how it is. I mean, from the same gym, obviously, rapping Burkau, the Banjamek gym. But yeah, so Superbon really good. Looking forward to seeing more of him. So that was like the pay-per-view part. Then the second part had the main event, if you want to call it that, of Nong O Der Young Hadao versus Felipe Demolition Man Lobo, Muay Thai Bantamweight World Championship, and Nong O just I don't know, demolished the Demolition Man, because he was dominating from the get-go. Felipe Lobo didn't throw anything of note for some reason. So yeah, Nong O just made it look easy and then just knocked him out with a clear uppercut in the third round. That was really good. So Nong O is still on a different level. So seriously, congratulations. That was awesome. We had a bit of a surprise when Hiroki Akimoto defeated Kapitan Pecindi, the former bantamweight kickboxing world champion. Also now it's Hiroki Akimoto, and he was just unleashing on Kapitan, and Kapitan did not look good. So it was a UD in the end, but like he was. I mean, they were throwing bombs, and both were throwing, but like Kapitan just did not look. He didn't move the way he usually moves. So I don't know what happened there. Strange, but congratulations to the new champ, obviously. Who's the sparring partner of Nong O, by the way, at Evolve in Singapore. Then we have Ham Sang Siri. I wrote down the nicknames. So he versus Denis Sambuanga, and that's the thing that many people wanted to see Angela Lee versus Denis Sambuanga, but now that Denis Sambuanga lost to Ham via UD, is Ham next for AngelaLee? Well, I mean, if Angela Lee gets it to the ground, I think it's over faster than against Stamp, obviously. So, I don't know. We also had then Chihin Ratsuan versus Itsuki Hirata, and Itsuki Hirata lost. No, Itsuki, why did you do this? Why did you lose to Chihin? So yeah, also then many people said, I want to see Itsuki Hirata versus Angela Lee, because Itsuki Hirata has the ground game, the judo skills to throw her down and then do something on the ground. I don't know, but now that she lost by a split decision to Chihin Ratsuan. So is Ratson next? Do we see Ratson versus Ham for the next shot? Maybe. There's so many question marks. In the men's featherweight division, we saw Tang Kai versus Kim Jae-woong. Tang Kai defeated Kim Jae-woong versus KO, and then called out the champ Tan Le very aggressively, like, Tan Le, I want to fight you next. It was really weird. Tan Le accepted right away. He's like, yeah, cool, I appreciate the call out. See you. It wasn't as exciting as it could have been, maybe. And in part one of the whole event, the kickoff show, basically, we saw the featherweight kickboxing World Grand Prix final versus Chingiz Alasov and Sidichai Setsongpino. And Sidichai lost to Chingiz Alasov. Chingiz Alasov been on a tear as of late. UD over Sidichai. Sidichai also did not look great here, to be honest, but maybe it was just Chingiz looking too good. So congratulations to the new champion. We had submission grappling between RDR, René de Ritter, the two-division champion, against Andre Galvao. And there was a UD unanimous draw in the end. That was, was what it was. We had live in Muay Thai. We had Sinsamut Kimi versus Nikki Holzkin. Sinsamut, not really that famous yet, but he just knocked out Nikki Holzkin with like a one punch knockout down the pipe in the second round. So congratulations to Sinsamut. New name in the Muay Thai sphere to think of, I think. So keep that name in mind, Sinsamut Kimi. Congratulations. Then we had a few other fights that were there. We had Amir Khan fighting again, for example. Split decision win for Amir Khan. He got set down badly and had to endure like a lot of punishment in between. But yeah, I don't think that Amir Khan is losing many decisions simply because he's the only fighter from Singapore and one championship is based in Singapore. Just saying. And he's got the awesome TikToks, of course. What did we else? We had heavyweight. We had Kang Chi Wong, a mighty warrior, with a devastating knockout of Paul Elliott, King of the North. Terrible nickname, Paul Elliott. Get a better nickname, maybe you will fight better too. Don't be mad at me. We had Mei Yamaguchi back in submission grappling too, also against Daniel Kelly to a UD. That's about it. That was it. It was a cool show, especially the second part, and then the main pay-per-view, of course. Even though nobody bought it, it was a very interesting, very entertaining night, I believe. I enjoyed it. Let's just see. The thing is, they usually don't have that many stars on the same card as here, right? It was a special event. So the next one, for example, in like 3 weeks or so from now, I'm simply going out on a limb and say, you, and it's not an offense to the people listening, probably don't know most of the people on the card 3 weeks from now. Those cards were fun. The 1X card was fun, but then the average card, let's see if when DJ is going to be back, for example. Is he going to fight again this year or something? He said he's going to be back in the summer, but let's see about that, right? So overall, if the shows would be all like this, that would be awesome, right? But they're not, so yeah. But this show was great. It was fun. No controversy, no nut shots this time, because usually at one championship we had lots of groin shots all the time. Good job. No real downers, except the referee at points. Other than that, it was a nice show. Congratulations, one championship. Well done. Okay, let's also go quickly through the UFC over the weekend. Blades versus Daukas was the fight night. Curtis Blades wins via KO in the second round, and it was of course a heavy KO. So congratulations, Curtis Blades. He had so many shots at like Ngannou and stuff. So I know where he goes from here. But he's still only 16-3. He only lost 3. So nice. Then he has to be up there, right? He has to be like in the mix with like the Tuivasas and Aspinalls and so on. Congratulations, Curtis Blades. I didn't hear any call out afterwards, but it's just happened now, so I didn't really have time to check the media out. The media coverage, because the media coverage, of course, was completely dominated by Will Smith's decision victory over Chris Rock. We had the women's flyweight co-main event. We had Joanne Wood versus Alexa Grasso. Alexa Grasso took it. I think her first submission victory, if I'm not mistaken, in round 1, 357. Congratulations, Alexa Grasso. Can't wait to see more of her. And I didn't mean it like this. So yeah, that's she's been really doing well. Alexa Grasso is right up there now. Congratulations. We had Matt the Immortal Brown with like an insane fight with Brian Barberena, obviously. It went to Brian Barberena, a decision victory, but oh god, that they were both like letting everything out there. That was crazy what they were throwing. Matt Brown said he feels like he got a bit cheated out of the victory because he thought he had it. You could argue like it was really, really close. You could argue for either man, I believe. But insane fight, like insane fight. Those guys fight, obviously Fight of the Night, but like insane. Like watch it. If you didn't watch it, watch it. Awesome. We had Askarov versus Kai Kara France, and Kai Kara France takes a decision, and I think it's Askarov's first loss, is it? So Kai Kara France kind of like reinvented himself a little bit over the past, and now it's like on a tear. Got called out by the champ. The champ said like, Davis Figueiredo said like, okay, I'd rather fight you. You was quite impressive. Brandon Moreno, go back to the line, sit down, get one more win, and then we can talk. So yeah, congratulations, Kai Kara France. Good job. He's on a tear right now. Neil Magny is also on winning track still. He defeated Max Payne Griffin via decision, and afterwards also called everybody out. So congratulations, Neil Magny. That was nice. Mark Diakise can also still win. And while I say this as a joke, I just looked at his record, and it's like 15-5. Why does it feel like he lost so many times over the past? That is strange. Anyways, so that was a fun event. Also, not that many direct implications. I mean, sure, Kai Kara France, has implications, of course. I'm not sure if they're scrapping the rematch with Moreno right now, but he said he would be the backup too, so he's game for everything, which is appreciated. Alexa Grasso moves up, of course. Brian Barberena. Not going to change that much, I assume, like in the rankings, but still, of course, gives him a boost. Neil Magny definitely gets a boost here. Mark Diakise, let's see. I'm always a bit careful with him. But yeah, so it was a fun event as well. Just in this one time, UFC didn't hold up, for me at least, to one championships event while I try to free myself from cat hair. Like, this is the one time where one championship just went all out, obviously, with 1X, and deserves the nod here, obviously. But very much, of course, looking forward to the next UFC events, which is UFC 273. But we will have some time to talk about this coming soon. And that's when we will do this next week then. Right. Yeah. I was about to make another Will Smith joke, but I think I'm going to keep it for a different podcast. So then that's it for the quick MMA Monday here on the Funkit Pod. Let me know what you think. How did you like 1X? UFC 2, but more interested like in what you thought about 1X. Did you watch it for the first time? Did you watch it? Are you a one fan now? Have you been one before? Or does this convert you now? Or do you think it's all BS and it's only UFC for you? Let me know what you think. As always, stay safe, take care, keep your guard up, and I'll see and talk to you soon. Saudi Cup.